What's up, nerds? My name's Corey Bergeron. You are watching Corey Bergeron Recordings, and we're back with a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the plugin Vintage Vibe by the company Fine Classics Plugins. A couple weeks ago, my friend Ryan Fitz reached out to me. He's the man in charge of the Fine Classics Plugins operation, and they asked if I was interested in trying out their new plugin, Vintage Vibe. And I said, sure, send it over. So I've been messing around with this plugin for a couple weeks. Today's Monday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I had a band in that I'm recording and I'm producing their EP. We were tracking guitars. The way I've been tracking guitars recently is I'll take a DI and I'll just focus on nailing the performances, and then we'll kind of dial in the tone later. Generally, I'll just throw on any sort of amp sim and get it close to what I imagine the tone will be like. And in this case, I ended up using the Vintage Vibe across all 4 songs. And I strongly believe that the tones that we dialed in while tracking may be the final EP tones. I like this preset, Stroke Punk, on the Vintage Vibe plugin. Listen to that. Whoa! For the most part, I opened this plugin up, clicked through the presets, and just started tracking. And at this stage in the game, I've been doing this a long time. That's what you want. You want something simple, that you set it up, you know what it sounds like, it's predictable, you understand what it's good at, and you're able to get there quickly and make good sounding music fast. So how do the fine folks at Fine Classics Plugins market this amp sim? How do they market the amp sim? They essentially say, rediscover the timeless elegance of crystal clear tones with Vintage Vibe, the ultimate clean guitar amp plugin. Do you crave the classic elegance and pristine clarity of vintage guitar tones? Are you in search of a versatile amplifier plugin that effortlessly captures an unmistakable clean sound? Look no further, as Vintage Vibe is here to transport your music to an era of pure sonic sophistication. Classic marketing. Lots of words, but what does that mean? Who knows? So I have in front of me here a Pro Tools session. I'll give you a brief overview of the plugin and what it does, and then I'll show you how I use it. We're looking at the plugin. This is what it looks like when you open it up. You have, obviously, the amplifier here. On it, you have your input and your output. You have a 3-band EQ. They allow you to boost the gain going into the amp 15 dB here. So if you want to get more distortion or any sort of saturation. They have a doubler over here. And then it's also equipped with 3 pedals. You get an overdrive, you get a reverb, and you get a delay. On the front of the amp over here, there's this little bypass section. And when you click that, it bypasses the cab. So if you have a cab sim that you like the sound of, you are able to use this just as an amp simulation, and you can customize the cab. So I think that is pretty sweet. Whenever I download any new plugin, the first thing I do is I go through the presets, because I assume the people that make the plugin understand its capabilities, and they package that into a bunch of cool little presets. So you can see here that we have 10 or 15 or 20 different presets to choose from to spark inspiration. Okay, enough talking. Let me grab my guitar. Okay, so I have my guitar here. Did not plan this out very well at all, but this is just my Evertune Telecaster, and if I go, you should be able to hear that. So when you open up the plugin, you don't change anything. This is what it sounds like. This is my Telecaster on the middle pickup. So you can hear it's a clean guitar tone. There's a little bit of ambience on it. I imagine that's coming from the reverb pedal. Oh, would you look at that? It is. It sounds like they advertised it. It sounds crystal clean. So this is the stock setting. I'm going to move the plugin just out of the way here. And I got some drums. And let me play some clean guitar for you so you can hear what it sounds like against drums. I need my capo. Sounds good. My timing? Not so good. So that guitar riff that I just played is actually a guitar riff off the song You and I, which is off the album Superluminal, which was just released, I think last week, by my band. And we spent a ton of time dialing in that guitar tone for the record. We used the guitar, we used a bunch of pedals, and we ran that into a real amplifier. The factory default sound of this amp is like 95% of the way there. That's awesome. So that's it for clean guitar. I don't know about you, but I like to rock. I like distortion. I like cool guitar sounds, okay? So I clicked down this drop-down menu and I saw something called Stroke Punk. And I was like, yo, I like that. Doesn't that sound pretty cool? Like I said earlier in this video, I've been making music for a long time, and what is most important to me is being able to have the tools to get to where I want to go as fast as possible. I love the way that this amp sounds distorted. I like that almost British sounding distortion. It doesn't sound like metal, it sounds like punk. And I think going forward, when I'm looking for the sound, the Vintage Vibe plugin is the first one that I will reach for. Let me just play against some drums here. Let's see what happens. Check out this lead in. All right, cool. So there you go. That is a quick demonstration of me using the Vintage Vibe plugin. As I said, I've had it for roughly 2 weeks, and I've messed around with it quite a bit. And I think this is going to stick in my arsenal of amp sim plugins for the reasons that I mentioned. I think it definitely delivers on the crystal clean guitar tones, as well as I love the sound of the breakup. I think they should change their marketing and say that it's also good at distortion. Those are my thoughts on the Vintage Vibe plugin. If it interests you, I will leave a link for it in the description. Thank you very much for watching the video. As always, be sure to subscribe. You got to watch the shorts. The shorts are pretty good. You got to watch the shorts. Like the video, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.